I'm here with the owner of Top Cut Games, Zach, who is hosting the next Disney Lorcana CCQ in Arizona. So welcome, Zach. Thanks for coming on and talking with us here a little bit about the upcoming event. We're super excited to help be a part of that. We were invited to cast some of the matches. So we just want to give you guys a little bit of information on what to expect. All right. So, Zach, tell us a little bit about yourself and Top Cut Games and how that came to be and what you do there.
Yeah, so Zach Singer. I've been playing card games pretty casually for a really long time. Been into Lorcana since before it came out. Uh, Top Cut Games really just started as a local. Hey, I want to play bigger events. Like I'm a competitive player, and Phoenix, Arizona. It's such a huge city, and we have a ton of game stores, but there's not a ton of stores trying to do any large events. So I kind of just said I'll do it myself, and in most of these shops for a really long time, so they were kind enough to let me use their space. We do a 1K or a box tournament or something, whatever, and then kind of grew from there into 1Ks, then to 3Ks. Now we're a separate venue outside of a game store, doing 5Ks, multiple days. That's all Lorcana. Like it's what I'm personally passionate about, and nobody else was doing anything, so I just decided to go for it myself and see if anyone would follow suit. And then now we're up to CCQ after me being as annoying as possible to Ravensburger.
Yeah.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, how did that feel getting that final callback or that final email and being told you were accepted as a CCQ from Ravensburger?
It was surreal. Like I think I was at work and I got an email, randomly checked, and it's like, okay, we'll go move forward. And I was blown away. I've been trying to do this since the previous event, 3-4 months ago, and then as soon as we got the no there, it was instantly like, okay, here's my next one. Can we do this? And it's just been months and months of communication, and like I said, me being as annoying as possible to try and get the final okay. And from what I heard was, it was between Arizona and another one, and did one final reach out. I was like, hey, I need to know, do we think we're moving forward? What do you need from me? And they finally gave me the okay. So super pumped. Instantly told a couple people that I, wasn't supposed to tell anybody, but you gotta tell that trusted source.
Of course, that's awesome. That's really great. We'll have to ask you after the chat here for some advice because we want to try and bring a CCQ to St. Louis as well. And it seems like the persistence paid off for sure.
That's, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I got real lucky, but somebody from Ravensburger called me, and I did not let go of that number. So
I don't blame you. That is super awesome. So what drew you to Lorcana and hosting Lorcana events specifically?
So to Lorcana, like I said, I got in like at the ground floor. It was actually the year before D23 released the set, and I'm a Disney fan, like very casually.
Mm-hmm.
But I was playing Magic in a store, and somebody at the store had the D23 set, and they were trying to, promote this game, and I was like, I don't care about this. Get this Disney thing away from me. But I kind of like tracked it and kept it going. I learned the rules when they did their videos, and I was able to go to some release events. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. I can play with my wife. She loves Disney. A very easy entry game, which I really like, and the strategy is really cool. So that's what really drew me to it, and then just kind of kept growing. Like I'll say, like Lorcana has taken over so much of my life. I imagine you are very familiar. Everything behind me is all Lorcana, just boxes and boxes of it. Like the only content I listen to is Lorcana. I don't listen to music or anything. It's all yours and other Lorcana related podcasts or YouTube, whatever. So it really just hooked me from a pretty early, and then I spent all of my money on it.
Yeah, and like you said, there was no one doing bigger and bigger tournaments, so I'm sure everyone in the Arizona area, you said Phoenix, right? Phoenix greater area.
Right.
I'm sure they're all very happy we've been trying to do a similar thing here in St. Louis. We got that same passion. You just want more and more people. I want to go to a 200 person event in my backyard. So
100%.
that's really awesome. You said you were very persistent. What was the process like for becoming an official CCQ? If you're allowed to talk about that, was there any sort of weird quirks, any hoops you had to jump through, or um, how was Ravensburger working with them? I'm sure they were great, but
Without getting, and there's not a ton of detail to go into, but there are things like you can't really talk about. But I'd say like Ravensburger is really great. It's just getting a hold of somebody's can be difficult. I'm sure they are beyond slammed with requests and people wanting things from them. Like I said, I got lucky enough to get a reply. I was emailing every week, every couple of weeks. I got a phone number, and I was like, "Hey, you now have to deal with me." Um, I tried reaching out to Coop directly. Like anybody I could, I was being very as persistent as I can, and I'm very timely in those things where it's, "Hey, every Monday you're getting an email from me," and then Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays, as much as possible. But any conversation we had was really great. They were more than accommodating of what we're trying to do. I just think the competition for the event is huge, so it's just hard to get in touch with somebody. But we were lucky enough to do it, and it's just really being persistent and hoping somebody catches that eye. What makes you stand out. Hopefully, for us, I think like childcare was a really big one. I think that idea is super cool. It's a family-based game. I think having that option just made a big difference for us, at least.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we know tons of like whole families that play Lorcana, and it's not always everyone that is super competitive in it. So I know you guys have the childcare and stuff. Obviously, the main event, the CCQ, winning that nationals invite is what is drawing most people there. But you guys have some other stuff going on as well at the CCQ, some side events and things. Tell us a little bit about that. Some things you might be able to do if you aren't, your significant other or someone is going to compete in the event. You got your kids in the childcare. What can you do to have some fun?
Yes, you always do side events like on demand, sealed draft. Last time, one of our sealed locals brought a cube with them. Some people were playing a cube. That's super cool. We do like try and bring in vendors that are Disney related or just like collectible related. So Lindsay, who runs all the social media for Top Cut Games, she also does Curiouser and Curiouser collectibles. It's like a bunch of lounge flies and really cool Disney stuff. So even if you just want to come kind of shop, even for not directly Lorcana related, because we've got Dead Slime and Lilith both do singles and sealed product for Lorcana. But we also have the Curiouser, and some other local 3D printers and just kind of cool shopping. And then we do bring food trucks on as well, so there's lunch available. The venue is at a school, so it's pretty secured down. But we try and make it so you come by and you don't have to leave if you don't want to. It's you don't have to get in or out of the venue if you just want to stay all day.
Awesome.
That's awesome. I love the support of the local community and bringing all those fun vendors in and having some different items for everybody to look at.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll say like the biggest thing, like to put this together, is the community. Like all of these things are just me asking other people, "Hey, do you want to also do something?" And I just provide this. I don't even provide the space. I ask somebody else for the space too, so it's great. I just get all the credit for no reason.
You're just the
Definitely not
ringleader,
earned, but I guess, yeah.
You're the one
But
who sends out all the persistent emails to get them all to do everything.
yes,
Right.
perfect.
Awesome. Well, how does preparing for an official CCQ compare to your regular competitive events that you've put on in the past? Has Ravensburger offered any special help or required anything additional to be done, or are they helping with prize support? Or if you can't talk about that, that's totally fine too. But how does that compare to the other events you've ran in the past?
So for the first part for Ravensburger, they do provide extra, like obviously the promos and the big draw of the Nationals invite. They
Mhm.
also do provide some product as well, to just
Awesome.
fluff up the giveaway plus whatever else. We always have a um, cash prizing on site. I don't know anything else I could or couldn't say, so I won't say anything. But they do
Fair.
add what they can. And then just the advertisement on the Lorecast is huge. I got a million messages, or not me, Lindsay, who handles all the social media, done. She got
Mhm.
a million messages and tons of follows, all that fun stuff. And then just like prep comparison, I kind of felt like this would be our third large event in this venue where we're kind of doing it all. I'd say after the first one, we had like the core really set down, so it's really easy to just add to that. It's like, okay, we're doing the same thing, and then plus 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 whatever we're adding. I feel like much more nervous on this one, where it's like, we're about a month away. I'm still figuring out every detail I can think of, trying anything new, get some cool fun stuff. We like to do some giveaways, try and find things people like, just make it engaging for everybody. Um, and I'm just like kind of back to the first time around where I'm like, do I have enough? Am I doing enough? Is everybody going to be happy with the event all said?
Absolutely. I know that feeling for sure.
Mhm.
You gotta
I'm sure it's gonna be great.
Awesome. So we've got a couple other fun questions for you here. Not everyone obviously lives in Phoenix, and we know people travel from all around, sometimes other countries even, to come to these events. Uh, if for anyone traveling from out of town, I know personally I love to hang out and visit the city that I'm in for an extra couple days, maybe before or after the event. Um, is there anything, advice you give to people coming from into town? Anything to avoid? Anything to must have foods or attractions or something?
I mean, Phoenix is huge. There's anything and everything here, depending how far you're willing to travel. Everything's about a half hour away. It's no matter which direction you go. Um, we're kind of on the west side of Phoenix. I'll say like where the venue is. There's not a ton right there. It's a school. It's pretty residential. Nothing too exciting right around there. But anything a little farther out's awesome. Um, if you want to go thing or anything, there's tons of any direction you go, like shopping centers, strip malls, like whatever high end fancy stuff, so it's kind of cool stuff. There's tons of gaming stores everywhere, so like you can just search gaming store in your maps, and you can find a cool one if you want to stick around, play some locals or whatever. I would say like for me, if I travel, like everything is where am I going to eat? That's the only thing I care about.
Fair.
Everything
Same.
else is just white noise
Same.
to me. Um, So like when I'm thinking travel, it's like what's the go to, and like for here especially, and in that area, there's a lot of great like Mexican restaurants. I'd imagine a lot of people are coming from maybe New Mexico, Vegas, California, where they might have already have really good Mexican food, but you know always come for it. There's tons of awesome food around, just in general. Um, Plus the food
Great.
trucks we have are all local, which would be cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
How far are you guys from like Mexico? I know there's a lot of people in the Mexico area that in a lot of the Lorecast chats and stuff are like, NA is not just USA, it's Canada and
Right.
Mexico as well. Do you think maybe we'll see some international travelers come up from Mexico and get a chance to compete?
Yeah, I think I was emailing with somebody earlier today about like how to pay and whatnot, and I believe they were from Mexico. So it's a couple at least I think coming from there. I think distance wise, about 6 hours, maybe a little more,
That's not
Oh,
bad at all.
wow.
depending where you're going to. So it's not far. It's very drivable,
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the border. Um,
that's
so
awesome.
hopefully we'll see. I'd love to see more come from all over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. We know that's one of the things Ravensburger wanted to do is try and geographically put these in places that maybe didn't have the easiest accessibility to something like a
Mhm.
DLC or other CCQs. So I'm
Yeah.
glad they picked you guys in Phoenix for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. So I know
Yeah, I
that,
think that was
Tech
like Good.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think that may have been like part of what was healthy for us to get the CCQ is just location, since there was such limited on this side of the country. I think that was a big factor as well.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are really excited about that. So I know that you had mentioned that you were more on the competitive side of things. What excites you most about where competitive Lorcana is heading in the next year?
I've been really impressed with it just how far it's already started with DLCs in general. Like I've been to 3 DLCs and the Last Chance qualifier for season 1, and I had a great time at all of them. I think they're just super fun. They're run really well, even when there are hiccups. It's still a good event. Um, the Nationals was gorgeous. Like being at Disneyland was super cool. I'm not much of a traveler. I'm not like a Disneyland. I can't wait to go kind of person. Like I said, I'll go to Epcot and eat in Disney World, but that's about it.
Epcot's the best park.
So
yeah,
I've only been once, like for real, when I proposed to my wife. I have a side
That's
story for you
awesome.
now. Yes. So I proposed to her there, and I'd never been to Disney World. She had, and we're going through it all. I'm kind of following her lead. What do you want to do? And we're going to all the parks. We're there for like a week, of course. And we go to Epcot, and we go to like a food, like chicken tenders, something quick, easy. We're just cruising through the day. And then right after that, right after we go into Epcot, and I'm like, this entire thing is food. Why did we just eat the most generic thing in Disneyland or Disney World? Could have eaten all day right here. I'm so full now. I was so sad.
That's
I
so
barely got
funny.
to enjoy any food at Epcot.
yeah. Epcot's the best.
But proposed, so it was good.
Yeah,
I mean, absolutely.
awesome. So yeah, I think that really sums it up. Let's give all the details of the CCQ. I'm sure a lot of people are aware, and we'll have them in the description and everything. But when is the CCQ? Where? Give us all those details.
So the CCQ is going to be at Apollo High School in Glendale, Arizona. I have the address here, I imagine. It is January 17th. It's going to be through the weekend, so 17th and 18th we'll be having events. I haven't announced the Sunday event yet. It's going to be something a little special just for me. So I'm kind of excited for that. But the CCQ is obviously the big thing. That'll be all day Saturday. We'll go probably pretty late to the evening, and we'll pick it back up for more fun on Sunday. And then, I'm sorry, what was the rest of your question?
Yeah, just the details. That was the date, the place, the time. It starts at what, 9 in the morning on Saturday, right?
Oh yes, yeah. So we're gonna do doors open at 7, registration till 8:45, with the goal to start, pretty as close to 9 as possible.
Awesome. And then I know the like rounds and top cut and everything is scaling with the number of folks that show up. So
Correct.
but you said we're going to do that at least top 8 cut, maybe top 16 or larger on Sunday. Everything will be streamed, right? Do you know where you're streaming it yet?
Yeah. So the Swiss rounds obviously will be on player count. I will say we're already over 150 players signed up.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
I think we can up the cap a bit more with space. So if we get closer to that 200 that it's at, we can definitely fit some more. So I'm keeping a close eye on that. The top cut will at least be 16.
Awesome.
We will, if we do cap, we will likely do a top 16 on Saturday, with the finals top 8 playing on Sunday. We'll see on player count and time and how we're looking. It's just a final determine, so that's not set in stone yet. Just to be whatever's most flexible for everybody. One thing for me, I've bubbled many times. I don't like it. It's not super fun. So I always try and have bubble prizes as well. Usually some enchanteds or something to give away, so that if you get, all the way to the top end, and your points match, but nothing else does, still try and make sure as many people leave with something as possible.
That's
Trying
really
to be as
cool.
generous as possible with prizing.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
All right. And then did you have any shout outs? Anyone you wanted to? I know you've shouted out a couple along the way there, but repeat those. Any additional shout outs? People who helped you out along the way, people we should check out. Thank for making the CCQ happen.
Yeah, I mean, like, it can't thank just the community in general here enough. It's really is a community thing. There's a ton of people doing really amazing things. For me personally, Lindsay has been amazing. She runs Curious and Curious Collectibles, but she also does all the social media for Top Cut Games. Some of our local folks, Shannon, she helps with a ton of vendors and just acquiring things. She seems to know everybody, can always do something. Travis, he makes all of our 3D printed stuff, a lot of our prizing, our trophy. He does amazing things. Our judge staff, we've had most of the same judges throughout every event. Alfonso is going to be our head judge. He is amazing. Probably a million other people I want to thank. Slime, Mark, the Dave, if anyone knows, amazing Lorcana player. Just want to give him a shout out in general. Julio, Christian, Joe. Could name 1,000 other people, but so many amazing people that's making this thing happen.
Team effort.
Like I said, I just point and ask for things, and somebody says yes, and it's great.
Awesome. Well, we have one last question, a fun one here that we like to ask all of our guests that come on. Kirsten, you want to ask the question?
Yeah. What is your favorite Disney Lorcana villain?
Best villain for me or favorite, it's always goes back to Hades. I love Hercules. And kind of the thinking villain, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Always just struck me right.
Hades
Making
is a
it
good
feel.
one. So are you on Team Hades is the next big bad in Lorcana?
Yeah.
You subscribe?
I thought it was gonna be Jafar beforehand, just with some tease, but like he's got to be coming.
Yeah. But yeah, Hades is definitely. We have a big battle in our Discord about who the next big bad is going to be in Lorcana, and I'm on Team Hades for sure.
I'm on Team Hades as well.
You got my vote.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining us, Zach. Well, you mentioned it a couple times on social media, Top Cut Games. You have a Facebook page, Instagram. We'll make sure those are all linked down below. Thank you so much for inviting us to help cast and promote this event. We look forward to watching it and participating in it, and we hope everyone out there goes and checks them out. And if you can't make it to this CCQ, I'm sure there'll be plenty more amazing events where that is. So definitely check them out. And thanks again for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.